This program is rated PG. It contains themes and scenes which may not be suitable for very young audiences. Parental guidance is advised.
Be advised that the views and opinions of the hosts and guests do not reflect those of the station.
Good evening, Philippines. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Maayong gabi sa Tibok Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, up to Sabah. Iiklihan ko lang po ang aking pagbubukas pananalita dahil live po tayo ngayon, kaya pwede kayong magtanong po sa atin. Bihira-bihira ko lang po gagawin ito, kaya pwede kayong magtanong mamaya. Hitik po ang ating programa ngayon, 4 ang ating guest. Hindi natin ginagawa yan, pero pagbibigyan natin ang ating mga panauhin sa gabing ito. Ang topic po natin at pag-uusapan natin sa gabing ito, Tausog Self-Determination. Ano ba yung self-determination na Kasi yan ang pinangangalandakan ng Bangsamoro at ng MILF. To my left, His Royal Highness Omar Kiram. And then we have Count Hep Martinez. We also have retired Colonel Cesar Pobre. And last but not the least, Marquis General Habib Nikabulin. Good evening to everybody and salam.
Good evening.
Yes.
Good evening.
Prince Omar, please update us what happened in the Congress and in your hearings in the lower house so far.
Yeah. We were invited to attend to express our views on the current discussion on the Bangsamoro Basic Law.
Okay.
His Excellency the Count Hep Martinez expressed that the Bangsamoro Basic Law not only violates the Constitution of this country, but also it violates the Bill of Rights, in particular the one that is pertaining to contracts. That no law will be passed that will impair contracts.
The ability of a contract to be fulfilled.
Okay.
Yes.
So
This is just to clarify. Contract in relation to which contract is this?
because the 1996 Final Peace Agreement
Okay.
is a contract between the
You're talking
MNLF,
about the Tripoli Agreement.
the Tripoli.
Okay.
1996 Final Peace Agreement is a contract
International contract.
between the Philippine government and the MNLF. And the cession of the sovereignty of Sabah in 1962 by the Sultan of Sulu to the Philippine government is another contract. So the basic Bangsamoro law that they are trying so hard to push through violates that, because it how do you say it?
Abrogates.
It does not allow it to I'm at a loss with words, Your Honor.
No,
Yes, go ahead.
it will definitely extinguish the ARMM.
Okay.
That was the basis for the 1996 Final Peace Agreement.
Okay.
Now, His Excellency Count Habib Nikabulin
Yes.
stated rightfully that why not implement in full the 1996 Final Peace Agreement instead of crafting another law
Okay.
for the MILF. So that is what happened. Now, I, as the last speaker for the Royal Hashemite Sultanate of Sulu and Sabah, stated that our concerns are, one, our concerns was because Malaysia, the unlawful squatter of our Sabah property since 1962 to this very day,
Yes.
is the facilitator of this agreement.
Okay.
And we suspect the involvement of Malaysia is really to continue the illegal occupation of Sabah. And number two, we believe that if we do not follow the examples set by the Republic of Sierra Leone in West Africa,
Yes.
that will give equal recognition and equal representation to all the combatants and to all the stakeholders in Mindanao, there will be no lasting peace and stability, because really there is an old saying that goes this way: if you want love, you talk to your families and friends.
Okay.
But if you want lasting peace, you talk to your enemies. Now, if you will only talk to one enemy and bring them in, what about the larger force on the outside? We're
What-
talking of, not an inclusive agreement, but really it
An
is
exclusive
really-
agreement.
It's an exclusive only for the MILF.
Prince Omar, what were the major points you stated in the hearing of Congressman Rufus Rodriguez?
What we said was this, that for you to have lasting peace in Mindanao and in this country, first, you must have equal recognition to both the MILF and the MNLF.
Yes.
Two, you must give them equal recognition as well. Because if you only recognize one against the other, then you are really creating more troubles for yourselves in the future.
Do you feel that the Tausog nation's interest is protected under the BBM?
Not at all.
No, we don't think so. We do not think so. You must remember that the territories that are being given away to the Bangsamoro are really the territories of the Royal Hashemite Sultanate of Sulu and Sabah, because in 1903, the former U.S. Governor General under the colonial administration of the United States drew a map. And that map included Sulu, Tawi-Tawi, Palawan, Sabah,
Okay.
Basilan, Zamboanga Peninsula, up to Sibugay in Zamboanga del Norte, and listen to this, including Cotabato and Lanao.
Okay.
Now, MILF
Yes.
is claiming at least half of the territories, including Palawan. But we were never consulted.
Okay.
The Royal Hashemite Sultanate of Sulu and
Someone
Sabah.
from the government panel earlier said
That
that they consulted with the royal family.
But-
I said, with the royal family
Yes.
of Sulu.
yes.
I said, that's not true, because none of us were
I was about to say also that
consulted.
if you're talking of royal families, Islamic royal families of this country, may I point out, as per history, Islamic traditions and Islamic history, there are really three authentic and original sultanates of this beloved nation.
Okay.
One is the Royal Hashemite Sultanate of Sulu and Sabah.
Yes.
Number two is the Royal Sultanate of Maguindanao.
Yes.
And number three is the Royal Sultanate of Raja Buwayan. However, we know there is a authentic and legitimate Sultan of Sulu and Sabah. That is Sultan Fuad Ekiram I.
The one of Sulu and Sabah is the only one that subsists to this day.
Correct. Now,
Okay.
the Sultan of Maguindanao is questionable because we could not find the true heir today.
Okay.
The bloodline of Sultan Kudarat.
Okay.
Also, the heir of the Sultanate of Raja Buwayan is the same. So the others, all the others are all fakes. Now, many are claiming that Lanao is a sultanate. Lanao was never a sultanate. Lanao was part of the Sultanate of Maguindanao. They splintered away in 1774. They formed in 1774 the Confederation of the Ranao people, or the Ranao River people. So therefore, anyone claiming otherwise, that Lanao is a sultanate, is not telling the truth.
Okay, I'd like to read this comment. And it calls me by my family name. Thank you very much for knowing my family name. Finally, he says, finally you got the, and I cannot say the words, to allow public participation in your program. Better that way than cower from Mio. I don't know who is Mio. I'm sorry, but I was never worried about public questions. All you have to do is check my public record. I think I have been arrested twice for illegal detention, for distributing subversive materials, and public assembly. Get your facts straight. I'm very sorry, and please grow up. Okay, and next.
You know what the public should really know, okay? That this basic Bangsamoro law that they're trying so hard to push through is a conspiracy. It's a conspiracy between Malaysia, the U.S., and the present Philippine administration.
Okay.
Malaysia wants to keep Sabah. The U.S. wants to legalize their bases in Mindanao. They want to have a monopoly of all the natural resources, the oil in the Spratlys, the deuterium in the Seleucids, and the natural gas in the Liguasan Marsh.
Uh-huh.
That's basically what it is.
Now, let me ask you. The MILF is talking about self-determination. Self-determination for the Bangsamoro. In that self-determination, are you willing to be snowpaked? I don't know if I can use that word. Snowpaked as part of the self-determination of the Bangsamoro, or is this Bangsamoro actually Bangsa MILF? Is that the correct concept that I'm saying?
Well, you're correct.
They're a minority.
Please.
More than
Either one can take over.
Brother Marquis.
Oh,
The position of the Sultanate of Sulu and Sabah and of the MLF
yes.
are very clear. It is for the united Bangsamoro people. It is for the coexistence of everyone in the region. That includes, of course, Sabah. And for the interests of everyone and a better living. And that is our aspiration. And that's what we are fighting for. And that's why the concept of the MNLF for governance,
Okay.
it is of the united governing body of the Muslims, Christians, and the Lumads.
Okay.
And they work together to exist as a people and not as the MILF is emphasizing, focusing on establishing the Sharia law,
Okay.
which is very affront to the non-Muslim community.
Is the Tausogs ready to go on the principle of self-determination against?
Of course,
The MILF.
The principle of self-determination is a right of everyone.
Okay.
It is also a right that is applicable to the MILF group and so with the MNLF. But the point is, we have to work on a system that would allow everyone to enjoy and not in a measure that would favor a certain group as the MILF is envisioning for.
Okay. I'm just going to give way to this telephone number with the last 4 digits. 1242 from J. Razon, Guagua, Pampanga. Mai Pabengi Keka. Republica, BBL means the protection of the Aquino Cojuangco business in Sabah. Okay?
His words, not ours.
Okay. Please continue to text us.
May I?
Yes.
May-
Colonel Pobre,
Yeah.
please.
Yes, I am interested in this concept of self-determination.
Yes.
I just would like to remind everyone that in October 2008,
Yes.
when it ruled on the unconstitutionality of the Memorandum of Agreement on the Ancestral Domain,
Yes.
resulting in the aborting of the MOAD,
Uh,
the Supreme Court went on to emphasize that self-determination should not extend to the unilateral right of secession.
okay.
Let me repeat
Please
that.
repeat that. Yes.
That the concept of self-determination should not extend to the unilateral right of secession. And that the distinction should be made